Hello everyone, welcome to UN Autonomous College. Today we can discuss the concept of JDBC drivers and its types. We know that JDBC means Java Database Connectivity. By using that connection, we can specially transfer our SQL messages from your client side to your server side, or you can say your database. But first of all, we know what is the meaning of JDBC driver. That means JDBC drivers specially implement the defined interfaces in the JDBC API for interacting with your database server. That means by using that JDBC driver, we are specially providing you an interface, or we can say an environment. By using that environment, we can easily transfer our client side queries to your server side. In your server side means your database side, which is playing as a backend in your connectivity. In that moment also your JDBC can be provides you one interface, as well as we can say one type of open database connections. By using that connection, it can providing an interacting environment. In that example, we can learn by using that JDBC drivers enable you to open database connections and to interact with it by sending some SQL messages to your specific database. That means by using that driver, you can easily you can transmit a request to a server. At that time, your server side response can be retrieved from your server side to a destination side, that means a source side. In that moment also we can take the help of your JDBC drivers. Actually, it is a so important part of your database connectivity. Without that JDBC drivers, we are unable to provide a connection with your client side to your server side. In that moment, we can learn some specific types. Generally, we have some 4 types of JDBC drivers. First driver known as your JDBC ODBC bridge driver, second one JDBC native API, third one JDBC net pure Java, fourth one 100% pure Java. That means by using that JDBC driver implements various type of drivers according to their type. It can provide their different types of functionality at the time of connection. In whenever you can use the type that is known as your type 1 driver, which is known as your JDBC ODBC bridge driver. By using the driver, you can specially access the ODBC drivers installed on each client machine, and by using that ODBC driver specially requires some configuring on your system a data source name, that means that is known as a DSN, that represent the target database. Actually, whenever in that driver, especially a JDBC driver can link with your ODBC. That means ODBC means open database connectivity. With the help of that connection, we can specially link with your specific database, or we can say your data source. In that moment, we can learn when a Java first came out, this was a useful driver because most databases only supported ODBC access. That means in the previous time, there is no any concept of JDBC. In that moment, we are only take the help of ODBC connections, means open database connections. In that connections, especially it is playing as a platform dependent, which is so complicated way of connection in between your client side to your server side. That's why it is a so complicated way of communication. In our architecture, we can visualize it. Whenever we have a local computer can be linked with your Java application, in that moment that Java application can be take the help of application code. Through that code, we can easily link with your type 1 drivers, and that drivers especially giving a platform. Let us discuss the concept of type 1 driver, that is known as JDBC ODBC bridge driver, and it is one type of most primary driver in your JDBC concept. By using that driver, we can specially access the ODBC drivers which is installed on your each client machine. By using that ODBC driver, which can help us to configuring your system a data source name that represents the target database. That means it is one type of manual connection with your a specific user side program to your database, and that database may be your MS Access or Oracle or MySQL. In that moment, we can consider another point known as when a Java first came out, this was a useful driver because most databases only supported ODBC access, but now this type of driver recommended only for experimental use or when no other alternative is available. Because why? It is a first generation driver. there is no any different types of drivers. In that moment we are specially using this type of drivers which is known as JDBC ODBC bridge driver. It is a manual way of connection with your client side application to your database application. Through that application we can easily transfer our some SQL messages from your source side to your destination side. Next driver we can learn, that is known as your type 2 driver, which is known as JDBC native API. That means your application programming interface. By using that interface we have specially calls all converted into native C or C++ API calls which are unique to the database. By using that driver are specially provided by the database vendors and used in the same manner as the JDBC ODBC bridge. Similarly, the vendor specific driver must be installed on each client machine. Actually, it is far better than your type 1 driver. That native API is specially providing an environment which is already discussed in your architecture. In that architecture diagram, we have a one local computer. That local computer can linking with your Java application. That Java application linking with your Java application code. That application code is linked with your type 2 native API. Through that overall connections can be linking with your a specific database vendor driver. Database specific vendor driver means that may be your MS Access, that may be your Oracle, that may be your Sybase DB, that may be your any type of database specific drivers. That means they are related to your vendor specific, which is linking with your local databases. In that moment, overall connections must be linking with your network communication. Throughout that network communication can be controlled through that database server. Especially it is an overall communication of your architecture which is linking with your JDBC type 2 driver which is known as native API, but it is not purely platform independent. Still it is dependent on your system. That's why if we change the database, we have to change the native API. That means whenever you are changing any kind of codes or databases specific name, in that moment we need to change a specific native API environment which is specific to a database, and they are mostly means connected with your specific environment, that is known as your ODBC environment, which is so complicated way of accessing. Every moment to change a specification. In your type 3 driver we can learn that is known as your JDBC net pure Java driver. That means it is far better than your type 2 driver as well as your type 1 driver. In that driver we are getting a one type of 3-tier architecture which is used to access databases. By using that connections, the user can be easily linking with your database, so that the JDBC clients use standard network sockets to communicate with a middleware application server. The socket information is then translated by the middleware application server into the call format which is required by the DBMS. Because we need that architecture, just we can focus on that architecture. In that moment the local computer can also link with your Java application, that application linking with your application code, then that application code can be linked with your type 3 driver, that is known as your net pure Java driver which is partially independent and driver, and that driver overall linking with your middleware server. That means this middleware server can provide you an environment. Through that environment we have a choice to link with 3 different type of drivers like your type 1 as well as type 2, or we can say type 4 drivers. It is act as one middle part, that means it is a mediator which can easily according to the database specific choice we can transfer our control from one source to another source. At the time of middleware server we can easily shift our control from type 1 driver as well as your type 2 driver as well as your type 4 driver. Through that specification we can easily linking with your backend communication. That means in your backend communication you can easily transfer your all type of relevant request or messages from your source side to your destination side, or you can say your backend, your database. Let us we can discuss another type that is known as your type 4 driver which is known as 100% pure Java driver, which is most applicable in your connectivity, and also it is a purely independent driver and also most reliable flexible driver. In that driver especially we are directly linked with your vendor specific databases. Through that connection we can easily transfer our message one source end to another source end without any complexity in their coding system, and there is no change, that means there is no any change in that coding process. We are directly linking with a specific driver, and through that driver you can easily transfer our SQL messages to your server side. And by using that driver we can easily flexible way of communication, and there is no need to install specific type of software for providing a specific type of communication environment, which is easily linking with your source side to your destination side, as well as it is one type of dynamic way of communication. That means it is one type of dynamic driver. By using the driver we can easily providing our all type of database specific queries or statements easily from one end to another end without any complexity in their coding system. Let us focus on the diagram. In that moment also we have a local computer. That local computer can link with your Java application. That Java application can also linking with your application code, and that application code is also linking with your type 4 driver, that is known as a 100% pure Java driver, and that driver is directly linking with your local database system. That means the database system may be your Sybase, the database may be your Oracle, MS Access, anything, any type of databases can be easily connected with it, and also transfer their messages from one end to another end. Next we can discuss which driver should be used. That means we are learning 4 type of drivers, especially we can prefer in which time we use which type of drivers. If you are accessing one type of database such as Oracle, Sybase or IBM, the preferred driver is type 4. That means whenever you are using any type of Oracle database, Sybase database or any type of IBM relevant databases, in that moment you can use the type 4 drivers. If your Java application is accessing multiple types of databases, at the same time type 3 driver is preferred driver, is easily linking with a system and transfer their messages from one end to another end. If I prefer to use the type 2 drivers, are especially useful in situations where a type 3 or type 4 driver is not available yet for your database. That means whenever using any type of type 2 drivers, at that moment is specially related to your type 4, and whenever your type 3 or type 4 driver is not available, at that moment we can easily use that type 2 driver. Last one, the type 1 driver is not considered a development level driver and is typically used for development and testing purposes only. That means it is specially this driver, that means type 1 driver is one type of manual way of connection which is not really useful for your developmental purpose. Whenever you prefer to design the driver at the time of developmental moment, in that moment we can prefer any type of driver, that means your type 3 or type 4. Okay, thank you.